Thank you, Grand Vizier. At this time, we would like all who served in the war to form a line in front of this stage. You will approach one by one. You will stand up here, and you will recognize the deeds of someone else, your comrade who fought beside you. Someone whose deeds, just one person, please, whose deeds you think were particularly noteworthy, or whose efforts were crucial to success. So, please form a line in front of these stairs. May the first person approach. Please come up to the stage. Please introduce yourself and then speak of the person and their deeds.
I am Seath Scaleheart of the Ophidians. Many of you know me as well as one of the Cavaliers from the Riders of Folkfang at the final battle that, if not briefly, diverted some of the Khari troops away from the main force. But I am not here to boast of my actions. She may not be here right now, but I believe Freya is one person that in particular deserves praise for her actions. She led the cavalry, and even though many of her, if not almost all of her people that she brought with her were slaughtered, she deserves much recognition for the sacrifices she has endured.
Thank you, Seath. Indeed, the Riders of Folkfang suffered heavily that day, and it was their punishment at the hands of the Khari that allowed the other groups to successfully attack. Let us have the next person. Please, sir, introduce yourself. Indeed. Thank you, Helmar. This portion of the ceremony is to honor those who are still among us, so that we can recognize them. We will be honoring the dead once this session is finished. So that will come next. Thank you, Helmar. Which is alright. If he thinks of one, he may return. The next, please. Please, sir, speak.
I am Archpriest Serapis of the Ophidians. I was once considered to be an outsider and one that was banished from the realm of Niket for my actions in the beginning of this war. I was given a chance by a man named Azrin, who spoke for me with the Council of Niket in order for me to return and be in the blessings of the realm of Niket. And for his actions, I would like to commend him as being the captain of the Magi and commander of the Alliance forces. For if it were not for him and his battle prowess, I strongly feel that the realm of Niket would not be standing today. And I would also like to commend every one of you that fought alongside each of the people that are in here, in this room. I would like to say thank you to the Grand Vizier for allowing me to come back and trusting me with or actually charging me with a with a very, very big task. That is all.
Yes, very well said, Archpriest. May the next person approach. Please speak.
As many of you may not know, my name is Astrid. I was actually a part of a woman named Araceli. We were two souls bonded in one body. And I'm pretty sure Asren said that in a meeting. I would like to honor Asren. I believe he's given a lot to the Alliance and has always made sure he looked out for all of us, with giving us materials that we needed, made sure that everyone had something to heal, weapons, anything. And I believe that it wouldn't have happened without him. And I want to thank all of you for being by his side. Because without you giving him that support, he wouldn't have commanded us the way he did. So I also honor us as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Astrid.
Thank you, Yana.
The next person, please. Thank you, Floki. Are there others? Yes. Please approach Azrin and speak.
Much like what Floki just said a moment ago, there is not a single person that I can commemorate. It is all of you who have stood by my side, who has fought with me. Even the ones, I will name one, Serapis, who many believed was of evil intent. But every last one of you stood by my side, fought with me, and some had even helped pick me up on the field when I was injured. And I commemorate each and every one of you for your strength, your steadfastness, and your honor with the rest of the Alliance. And I thank you from the bottom of my soul. And if ever you need Hazrin, I am but the Raven away.
Yes, Azrin, of course.
It was not done yet, my friend. Sorry, it's just a short moment. And for the Viziers, the Grand Vizier, and all of you of Naket, I thank you for giving me the chance to help keep this land safe. And I honor all of you, and all of your losses, as well as you, my sister Skula, and Nefertisha for your losses, as I know you were there with Skula as one. I do not know the pain that you go through, but I can understand it, as you well know with the one I care about. Thank you all for everything you have sacrificed and lost. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Azrin. Now, for those who wish to honor other people at this time, you can approach. You can speak the names of more than one. We are looking to hear about specific deeds that were done on the battlefield or during the course of the war. Others that you would recognize. This is the time.
If we wish to... Oh, my apologies, Jana. Go ahead.
Very good. Astrid, please.
I'd like to thank Floki, Therapist, Thief, and Aiden for also always being there by Aswin's side. For that.
Yes, thank you. Yes, Yelmer, please. Thank you, Helmer. Now, at this point, and it is no matter truly, at this point, we'd like everyone who served in the war, everyone, to come forward one at a time, and I will speak to you. And
If
you
I
will
could,
remain up here.
Prophetess, there is one more that we need to commemorate.
Very well. Please.
Some of you may or may not know, but there was once a very brave fighter who took many things upon her shoulders. She made mistakes.
Serapis, we are honoring the dead after this.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. I apologize.
Yes, yes. We will honor the dead as soon as we have finished recognizing the living.
I thought we were done with that.
But please, everyone who served, come forward one at a time. The order does not matter. Yes, just come up. So, Teeth, you joined this war, not at the beginning, but at a crucial time. You and your clan contributed greatly. You were there at the front. You crossed swords with the greatest of the enemy's warriors. You served loyally and well. Others have recognized you for your valor. So, on behalf of the realm of Niket, I will present you with a Star of Valor that you may always wear with pride. as well as a reward for your deeds, and a piece of rubble from the Great Pyramid so that you can always remember what you faced and overcame. So, please accept these honors and rewards. And remain on the stage, please. Floki. Do come up. Again, I could say much the same for you as for Seath. You were there in the crucial battles. You're a great warrior who the enemy learned to fear. And we could not have done this without you. So I will present you with the Star of Valor, with the piece of the broken pyramid. And with this reward, with our thanks. Please remain here. Serapis. Yes, again, Azrin spoke your name in recognition. It is true that when this war began, you did deeds that were wrong, at least, that were hostile to our realm and to our people. But you redeemed yourself through your actions. And your plan was, as I have said, of great service in this conflict. You chose the side of freedom and of life, rather than of tyranny and death. So, for you, I wish to give you the shining gem of courage. And I will also give you this reward and a piece of the pyramid.
Thank you, prophetess. Thank you all.
Hjalmar, approach, please. Hjalmar, you were a brave warrior upon the battlefield. One of so many. For you, I'll give you the piece of the broken pyramid and a reward. Is that Hodgers, I see? Yes. Please approach. We are grateful for your service, being part of the Alliance, and fighting beside us in battle, in taking part in the great endeavor at the pyramid. You served with the guerrilla army, is that correct? Well, the guerrilla army certainly surprised the enemy, and you played a crucial role in that victory. They did not see you coming, and the day might have gone very differently if you hadn't been there. So thank you. Astrid. Astrid, I know that you and Araceli were intertwined, and that you were with her as she fought. So, since this is a special case, will you accept honors on behalf of Araceli?
Yes, I will.
Very well. Araceli was another who fought very bravely, and indeed, I believe the blood of her sacrifice, of her life upon that altar, made the ritual succeed in a way it might not have otherwise. So, accept this Star of Valor and this gem of courage in honor of Araceli. Also the piece of the pyramid and this reward.
Thank you very much.
Azrin, you were the leader that we all needed. The one who the goddess chose for this. You came, returned to us. You saw the Alliance in disarray at the first Circle of Set battle. Leaderless, hopeless it seemed, and yet you forged them through the crucible of war into a disciplined fighting force. You bashed heads together when you needed to. You whispered words of encouragement. You gave people the strength that they had within themselves. They just didn't know it. You showed true leadership, Azrin. Not just as a military strategist, of which you are a great one, but of moral character. So, for you, I know you have already been compensated by the realm of Niket, but you shall be forever known as a field marshal of the army of Niket, even if you are now retired. And you shall be given not only the Star of Valor, the Gem of Courage, but you shall also be given the diadem of the Supreme Commander. And for your memories, a shard of the pyramid.
Thank you, Prophetess and Viziers and the Cats, as well as everyone else here, and all of you who have served with me.
Yes, let us give a great round of applause to all our heroes. Now we must honor those who have passed. So, for this part of the ceremony, it will not take place here. We will proceed up the steps to the temple of my Dark Mother. If you have a torch, you should carry it lit at this time. We will perform a ceremony similar to what we have done here, but instead of speaking the name of a living person, we will speak the name of one departed who you wish to remember. And at the memorial shrine that has been placed, you will light a candle in their honor. If you have something that belonged to that person or symbolizes them, then you may place it within the memorial shrine. That is up to you. So, please pull out your torches. In a moment we will head there together.
Yana, could I bother you for a torch?
Me as well, please.
If you do not have one, it is no matter.
Do not follow me. I am going to watch the fellows who served with me pass by for this event.
Thank you.
This bonfire shall also be lit. Yes, come this way. They are well trained, have no fear. Take caution on the steps. These were built long ago to test the faithful. As the evening sun sets, let us just pause here for a moment and reflect. You can take a moment to walk the balconies and take in the sights. Very well. You may now come inside the temple. The candle that I have placed upon this shrine of death is for my beloved Ryuko, my fellow prophetess, and for all others I have loved, and for all the martyrs of this realm and our allies who have sacrificed themselves so that the world can go on. Now, Serapis, do you wish to honor someone?
I do. I wish to honor Senua, one who ended her own life tragically, but gave many things to these lands and treated everyone with respect. And although she made mistakes like I did in the beginning, I believe she paid the ultimate sacrifice for the betterment of this realm.
Let us remember Senua. And I will light each, yes, one moment. Serapis, which candle would you like lit for Senua?
This first candle here.
So if others wish to speak of the person being remembered, this is a good time to do so, so please, Volkra. Anyone who wishes to speak of Senua, please. Senua was a great woman, Volkra, and you honor her with these words. Thank you.
I'd like to honor Senua, my good friend, and the unfortunate cause of her passing. Know that she will never be forgotten. Know that her memory will always be in this land. And for all of you that do know Senua, there is a memorial being built for her memory and her sacrifice, where Bloodstone once stood where the Khari had attacked them. When it is completed, I wish you all to take the time and come and see it, and give prayer to our friend Senua. And at this time, I would like to leave in the memorial chest the items of courage, and the diadem, and the shining gem, in memory of all those, including Senua, who have fallen and were lost in this war. May their courage, strength, and leadership of their families be remembered always. Thank you.
Are there other individuals among the honored dead?
I do have one, yes. I would like to recognize and remember Tygos, Dragon Son, who at the attack on Bloodstone from the Khari long ago, perished fighting off Nefetamun himself. And I would like him to be remembered. If we could light a candle between the warriors on the top
What was
right.
The candle has been lit, and I remember Tygos. It's another loss that we must mourn. The son of my most trusted knight guardian and retainer, who helped reforge the exiled lands after the cataclysm. It will never be the same without him.
And I would also like to remember Araceli and the sacrifices she made. For her never to be forgotten. Indeed.
The candle has been lit for Araceli as well.
Thank you. Yes, I would love to honor her. If it was something she did not have to do. She did not have to sacrifice herself. But she did. And she would be truly missed.
Babe's gonna cry. Oh no.
It is right to show grief. Araceli will be missed. Does anyone wish to speak memories of others? There are many who died in this war, who people living now may not fully recall. There are others.
I might not know all of them, but I will say that if they fought against the Khari, even if I do not know their name, or I have missed them in all the names I have learned, commemorate each and every one of the injured, the fallen, the lost. And I promise you, I will never forget you, and I will always thank you. And if I ever do return to the underworld again, and I see you, any of you that have fought with us against Khari, in one time or another, we will share a drink in the underworld, or even a laugh, or even a cry, or even a friendly spar. I will remember all of you. And I thank every last one that has perished in this fight, the sacrifices that they made. That's all I have to say.
Indeed. Indeed. I knew Dill. He was no warrior, not a man who was prepared to fight against ancient Khari sorcery and their armies, but he was a thoughtful man, one who had a way with words, not only his craft, and he helped to spread news of what the Khari were doing after he and his clan were encountered by them just days into their time in the exiled lands. But they helped to alert everyone to the danger we faced, and helped us to form what became the Alliance, to strike at the Circle of Set, after we received intelligence from Samara, who fortunately is still alive. I believe she will be joining later. But it was Dell, and it was Dell and his friends, and we should remember that, even if he was not a fighter on the battlefield, he too had a part in this victory. Remember his sacrifice. A candle has been lit for Dell, and a candle will be lit for the unknown warriors. Yes, even with these enchanted bracelets, none of us can choose our time. It is fate, and the will of the gods that decides. And we do remember all of them. There are many brave guardians of Niket who perished in the field, and our stables are nearly empty from those losses. And other clans, particularly Folkvang, who were hit hard, suffered this as well, but I believe nearly every clan in the Alliance lost people in this war, so we remember them. At the beginning, I spoke of the prophetess Ryuko, who was murdered by Rosmak the Heartless. Those who knew Ryuko, would any of you like to speak to your memories of her?
Ryuko, the prophetess, could be at times a scary one, and I felt at times was at odds with me, and not in a bad way, but she's seen me differently than others do. I only wish that I would have been more timely available to be there to help her in her last moments, but fortunately the Khari were well and far ahead of us at the time. She will not be forgotten. And I just close her eyes. This is what they had to say. Her memory will be remembered.
As long as any in this new life of the exiled lands draw breath, we must always remember Ryuko, the prophetess who was sent with me to allow this renewal after the cataclysm. And one whose soul I hope to find again, though I know not where she is now. All I know is that she is at last free of the curse that is like a shadow over her whole life. The will of a god who forced her to do many things. I always wished freedom for Ryuko, and now at least in death she has it. Well, the shrine, the memorial, will remain here, and in the coming days, if others wish to pay their respects, they may do so. Any official of Naket can help them with services at the shrine. But that is all that we can say. Those who are lost are not coming back, and the things that are broken can never be the same. But we know this, and this is how it always has been. We can only pray to our gods and seek to honor them with the time we have left. So, brothers and sisters, let us go to our feast. Yes, why don't we do that now, Yana? Come, everyone.
Well, no, I'm fine. It seems, speaking of Ryuko, she had one final joke to place upon me.
I crashed. I'm...
No. I am pretty sure, as I spoke of Ryuko, I seem to see darkness. I think she had one final joke to play upon me. In the fashion of the Magi and the collectors, Ezrin does not walk back down. He takes a leap of faith. I'm good.
See, this is not the way you honor one in memorial. Get off the floor.
I cannot help it. Something is wrong. I think I had some bad honey.
This is what you get for messing with those bugs.
I have food poisoning.
That's not all.
And it should be remembered that with the success of the ritual at the Great Pyramid, all of the Khari sorcery was dispelled. So any crystals, gems, or other relics of power that the Khari may have put into the hands of exiles, now they hold no such power. They are rendered inert, if not destroyed outright. And this is for the best. It is best that some things stay buried and forgotten beneath the sands, as we have all learned. Now let us go.
Can I have one moment, Prophet?
Yes, please.
During these battles, I have come across a couple of those inflicted by Nefetamun and the Khari sorcery. I ran into one, her name was Chakra, and she asked me of her aunt. Though I have never met her aunt formally, I may have fought against her a time or two. And I do know that her name is Nunya. And I believe that she is now free of the Khari curse, as well as another known as Melisandre. Though I do not know where they are at, if any of you ever see them, please tell them of me, and ask if they would reach out to me, as I would like to see how they were doing. I do know that I have fought Nunya, well, at least who I believe is Nunya, a time or two, and I may have killed their horse a few times. I would like to speak with her and remember them and the sacrifice that they had made. Not made, but was forced upon them. At this time, I believe their names should not be forgotten.
Of course. That is true, and there were others. There was a woman named Nadia Ebonite who disappeared. I believe she is also dead, but she met her fate as a result of being captured and possessed by the Khari.
I had feared that for a time. I do not know what has happened to her.
It is possible that she briefly regained control and killed herself so that she could be free.
Indeed. And we will remember her name as well.
But now that your ritual succeeded, these crystals have no more power, and all of these people are now free. Those who still live. And
hopefully I will come across them again, so I may sit and share drink and speak with them. At least the ones that still live.
yes, I do not know if they will be friends or foes, but at least they are in control of their own destinies once more. Well, let us go to the south wing of the Dragon Keep, where the feasting hall is prepared. As you can see, for today's ceremony, we had not only the guardians and the Magi of Neket, but also the common people of the realm, including the workers of Ryuko's tea shop, the geisha there, and also the Picts from my tribe of the Red Wolves from their nearby village, and the many cherished beasts of the tribe and of myself, my big cats, including a saber-tooth I've named Savari in honor of another fierce Pict. But Ah, yes, help yourselves to any food and drink you wish. Well said.
I see you spared no expense, and even have the highest of high shelf liqueurs, the Stygian liquor.
Yes, we have plenty of Stygian liquor at home as well. As well as indulge in some of the others as well.
I have seen the progress of your great Ophidian city with interest. This is the will of the gods to see people flourishing as you do.
Ah, yes. Ophidian City, the Ophidian Palace. Truly a jewel of the desert. Also, prophetess, we have this temple in the volcano, and I believe I have not seen it yet.
Perhaps you will soon enough. The journey of pilgrimage and trials beckon to all exiles when they are ready.
There are a few of the Ophidians that would like to partake in this pilgrimage.
Yes.
Ezrin stands in here and talk of the pilgrimage. I do know that 3 of my members that are here this day, Estrid, Floki, and Yalmar, all also need to take this pilgrimage. So, if the prophetess would later like to take all of you, will have all of you come for the pilgrimage, I would happily lead every last one of you another time, as I did against the Khari, on this pilgrimage, as I know it too well.
Indeed, and all who have not made this journey must do so at some point, but it must be when the gods will it. So when I return after this to the volcano, I will commune with Draketo, and I will know their will as to who is to be invited next. You have already been tested, Nevis. You have always been loyal to Niket, and for that you have my loyalty forever.
This is a very impressive building we are in. Is this the architect Nevis' work? Oh, who might that have belonged to?
Sir Tyrannus, Knight Guardian of the Realm, leader of our vanguard.
And he lived in a tree.
Thought it was strange myself, but many of my great warriors and retainers all built themselves tree houses.
Does Azrin live in a haunted treehouse?
I did indeed.
Azrin has led a strange life over his many lives in the exiled lands, and it is not surprising that curses might linger upon such a one.
And what ghost might that be, Azrin? Well, I mean, some might be.
Well, see, if you were learning of curses,
Oh, for the gods' sake, Azrin,
for
leave it
those
be.
of you who do not know,
Don't you dare.
a time ago,
I'm warning you, Azrin.
during the Battle of Niket, one name is Rolo had taken Seaside here, and later in the day, when we had returned to Niket from wiping out another of the Khari outposts, I felt sorry for the man, so I did an old ritual with the Serpent Eye, one of Set's own spawn, I guess you would call it. And I went to offer our good man Seath here the eye to look at, to help regain what he had lost. And in this man's haste, he did not let me finish talking. Hold on, Seath. And when I handed it out, and I said, Seath, here, and he took it and shoved the serpent eye into the empty socket. And in doing so, he had taken upon a curse upon himself. And at this time, if he is to curse his god's name in any way, and especially sleep with one of the most renowned enemies of Stygians and Setites, the Mitrans, well, there is a smorgasbord of things that could happen to him.
Yes, I did. I took the eye out.
Well, it's still an empty socket there, but the tie to his god allows him to have his eyesight. He's just seen a bit differently.
If anyone tries to get in the seat of the Mitran, they will be killed. They will be killed. I will give you just that much to not. Okay. That's unfair.
The courtesans who ply their trade here in Niket worship many gods, and I'm sure that one could be found if, well, but Seath doesn't want to find one, so I won't say any more.
I do not wish to find one. I do not wish to explode or melt or turn into a snake or whatever sick punishment Azrin is forced upon me.
I am not to force anything. If you are to fail in the ways, we will leave it to chance, and we will roll the dice and see what the gods seem to strike you with. As we have spoken of before.
To be fair, that man... That man is naked. Yeah.
Oh, is that Yalmar?
Okay, it seems you have a bit too much to drink at the moment. On. Oh dear.
Well, this is the Holy Land of Turketto. If you wish to flaunt your assets, there is no shame.
I think I will pass on flaunting mine today.
And I think Floki had passed out. Oh, wait. Maybe not.
Yes. That's fine.
Yes, we need a matron courtesan. Or at
No,
least
we
that's
do
religion
not need
overseas.
that.
Yes, there's a few.
Who's
Yes, greetings. We have a newcomer here. Who are you, sir? Tuijan, is this your first time to the realm of Niket? And what people are you from? Arcadian. Ah, I see. Well, welcome. This is a feast in celebration of a war victory, and to honor the dead.
Rookie.
Perhaps you saw the invitations. They were posted all over the land. Yes, well, all are welcome. Do help yourself to food and drink. And the preservation boxes. Yes, it is always good to have remedies in mind in case of overdoses. Now, Volkar, you were speaking of your god and of pilgrimages. As a prophetess, I do wish you to know that each god in these lands has chosen a prophet. They have not all revealed themselves yet, but recently a prophet, a seer of Ymir, has shown himself. So this may be. But this prophet, this seer, he showed himself yesterday at a fighting arena in the north. Perhaps some of you were there. Well, I hope that you will meet him soon, since your god has sent him here to watch over the land. In due time, I'm sure. The gods have plans for us all. Yes, they do not always reveal them to us, but when the time is right, you will know.
That's some people. I don't believe that was a cat. I think that's a bookie.
Excuse me?
Something up to her.
He seems to wish to sacrifice you to her god.
The bread might be considered a battlefield. Depending who you ask.
Yes.
So there's more wine.
Yes. Let us have a toast to Grand Vizier Divas, who led the preparations for this entire event. none of this could be done without her, and without people like Nevis, I would never have succeeded in establishing this realm.
Curse you!
We are glad you are here. Astrid. Are you there, Astrid? Perhaps she must rest after that dance. Ah. Was that a dance of Zamora that you performed, John? It was very nice.
Taste death!
So, Yana, you led our army of Naket in the field at the Battle of the Great Pyramid. What can you tell us of that day? You were taken into the belly of the serpent, but you were not destroyed.
Interesting.
It is known that the god you worship took the side of the Khari, shall we say, in that battle with his avatar, as they had made a great sacrifice to him, great and bloody, of many slaves. The screams the night before and the blood pouring from the pyramid. Well, that was a true horror for any who witnessed it.
Sex is a very impartial guy. He's very easily... very...
You picked the wrong fight!
Indeed, Seath, and I think you would find it interesting, of course, that the ancient Khari here in the Upper Kingdom, well, Set was their god of war, and they made sacrifices to him. But the giant kings had many human slaves, and so their sacrifice was greater. Rivers of blood. And so, on that fateful day, when the Upper Kingdom fell, Set fought with the giant kings, and so the fate of the Khari was sealed.
Yes. It's interesting. Sometimes I wonder what secrets you could learn at the Jack. Maybe some Macaronians are still around sometimes.
Indeed. Now you have nothing to apologize for. All were powerless against the sorcery that Nephitamun wielded. None could have defeated him. But
I wonder where that carpet went.
It was a marvelous thing, but it is with us no more. Yes, but in the end yes, it was Razmak's treachery, but I will speak no more of that. But, Yana, what you did in the war, you are truly a hero, and you have proved yourself to the people of Naket and of the exiled lands. Indeed not.
So, speaking of future, I received word that beyond the exiled lands, the technologies are advancing to some degree. That most civilizations by the day, from what I hear, are finding different ways to construct what they need in different manners. It's only a matter of time until these changes require us to perhaps update our homes to compensate for it.
It will never happen.
I don't think that'd happen.
One was wearing purple, one is wearing black. I think it's gonna be kind of hard to make out with everything's blurring and shaking. I'm not drunk, you're drunk.
It just scraped your foot. What are you talking about? You're the one trying to hit me with an axe.
Oh,
Swing and a miss.
Fight,
Swing and a miss.
fighting.
No, she was my lieutenant. And she keeps trying to get me, but she's still a tad bit slow. Oh no, she can fight quite well. It's her speed she must work on. 20 years would not be enough.
Oh, I mean, age here evidently works very funny. I mean, just how long are we doing again? Yeah, I don't know of many people living to that age these days, even in yeah.
She's still a pup.
I'm not a pup. I am a snake. Great snake. Great snake.
And there he goes. That is good.
More wine.
Not yet. We're still working on this.
That's interesting.
I don't think if we can find a volunteer, I think now would be the great time.
Just need more surface. You know what all the wine is.
Therapist, I did not make him drink the wine. What are you shaking your fist at me for?
We will not be gracing our palace with such filth. Either way.
You must, we should all move away from Steve and bring her here. And, just try to entice her with Steve.
Service, I think you're muted.
I am not muted. I am speaking everything I want to speak right now to you.
Hello, Surface. We tried wine. Great.
Azrin pours another drink of wine onto Seed's face as a danger is brought to him. Oh, we brought.
I think perhaps it is out of character. It is time to end the stream and for this to fade to black.
What happened? What happened? What happened? What?
I'll stream a little bit longer.
Unfortunately, I do not think she was there long enough for her to get a hold of certain parts. This was a good try, Yana.
No, anyway, I don't think she really is a matron.
Where? What? Hey?
Nothing, Seth.
What did you do to me?
Oh, Serapis, I am sorry, my friend. It's all a good laugh. We will eventually find a matron for our good friend here.
I had too much wine. My head hurts. My head hurts a lot. No, my head hurts so much. I think I need a healer. Serapis, why did you let me drink so much?
Doesn't your Set's tongue make you feel better, Seth? I mean, you'll still be drunk, but at least you won't puke everywhere.
Oh, yes. It did help, but my stupid right wasn't quite thinking clearly. What?
I think you're gonna need to have this place thoroughly cleaned, Brandis here.
Just don't bring any ultraviolet lights in the area. And
Well,
okay.
where you are now, this may soon no longer be here. This Dragon Keep was erected at the height of Neket's empire when we ruled over vast territories and many subjects. But the time has come, I believe, to reduce our footprints and make room for others to expand. Our role is a different one now. We are not here as a conquering power. We are here for the benefit of the entire lands. And so rather than this great keep, I believe we should have a village. And that is what we will seek to achieve in the weeks and months ahead. Indeed. We could do that now, in fact.
It's the haunted treehouse.
There's Astrid, all right. She'd be coming with us.
Is she suffering from the same problem I had?
I will stay here with her until she returns to her senses.
I'm sorry, everyone. It was very emotional for me.
Aww.
rest of you want to go join them on the tour?
Yes.
Let us go then.
When we returned after the cataclysm, the lands were still young. There were not so many people to hold court with. But now the lands are flourishing. There are more people, and yet I believe people should have courts of their own. They don't always need to come here.
Good times, good times.
You
Many
create
once I
your
got all the
explosives
resources
underneath where
together.
people eat.
It's the perfect place. The fumes add extra flavor.
Flavor of sulfur.
Yes.
Well, there were no banquets or lavish entertainment during the war. We were all too busy for that.
There might be a guard still down there on commands to attack us.
Inside the dungeon?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that.
Yes, I think it's quite safe now.
Did you get the one when I put Rolo down there? I'm not going down there.
Any of the dungeon guards would have been mobilized for the Battle of the Great Pyramid.
Oh, okay. It'll be this far.
Yes, this dungeon is not nearly as nice as the old one that was in before the Cataclysm, where Ryuko was once a prisoner, and well, I spent time with her there. Well, you did your best, Jana, but that last dungeon was constructed by a particularly devious and perverted former Grand Vizier, and it was very well made. Yes, that was Magius of Bell. Very dirty little man. Yes, but this is the barracks where the elite Magi Guardians are trained, and where Captain Azrin led that effort.
Ah, it is Khaldun. Jesus. He's not in the party. Ah, you know each other. I can do that.
The keep, the yeah, the dragon keep. Yes, everyone take your pictures now.
Ah. Anyway. Ah.
Yes, but we're back in character. Let's greet to the newcomer we have. Hello, sir.
Ah, Khaldun, my friend.
Who of you civilized men own this ridiculous place?
Hey, guys.
This is the realm of Nakat, which exists for the people of Nakat. It is a holy land of the goddess Derketo, and it is ruled by a council of viziers.
Well, then get these viziers to go and deal with these maniacs west of this place. There are men screaming about a king they are loyal to, hiding in a sandstone shack. For ruling over this place, as you viziers don't seem to be keeping it clean.
Or a
He
fuck.
prefers grog.
Watch my tongue. I almost died. Now, are you going to help me deal with these bastards or not?
They attacked you, Khaldun?
They did.
What? You said they were west of here.
Yes, I can show you. They're screaming madly about their king and how they are loyal to him.
Well, give me one moment and I will be right back. We can have a chat with them then.
Right. I think I could agree with that.
Well, those who wish to go can do so of their own accord. I shall remain here and continue with Grand Vizier Nevis and the celebration that you, sir, have chosen to interrupt.
I will be accompanying you, Khaldun.
Fine then. Follow me.
Azrin?
I am going to go. I cannot. I must know what is going on, Astrid. You know this. I will be back shortly.
Then I will stay here.
Please.
Yes, perhaps those who are leading the event can form their own party.
Yeah.
Well, I'll lead the way, Nevis.
Only the best of the best, Dave.
Astrid, it's been so long since I last saw you.
Ah, yes, Gula has been.
Everything has changed.
It
And
sure
yet,
has.
everything has not.
Mm.
But I am happy for you that you have your own body back and you are back with the one you love.
Yes, I just wish it was better circumstances for Adeseli.
We all remember those we have lost. They are in the afterlife. One day we will join them.
Yes. I just hope her journey is a peaceful one.
Then when I commune with my goddess, I shall pray for her soul.
Thank you. I truly appreciate that, Skula. Ah, yes. I do must say that when I would spend the night over here, it was a beautiful view. Yes. It's very cozy.
Well, who else wishes to risk their lives on this creaky contraption? Hold on. Yes. Indeed. Elevators, the bane of existence. Yes, something more open, maybe.
It was quite funny when I found a room that
You're
he
going
didn't
to let us
even
out.
know existed. He's like, "There's a room up there?" I'm like, "Yes."
And before this was Aslan's Treehouse, there was another built here. That dirty, dirty man, Grand Vizier Magius.
I got it. Oh yes, the first try, ladies. It was very cozy.
This preservation box is holding any weird item.
Proper for me. Ah, yes, the room he did not know existed. It reminded me of a loft. A little book nook. I can ask him. Okay, I'll ask him when he comes back from...
So, Temujin, how did you find yourself in the Exile Lands?
I'll definitely let him know.
I mean, how did you come to be here? Many of us have done things we're not proud of. And what will you do now that you are here? Indeed. Well, remember this place, the realm of Niket, that the gates are open, and that there are people here who can help you, give you tools and weapons. I am the prophetess Skula, and this is Grand Vizier Nevis. Yes. Indeed, best to send it to Nevis or Yana or other officials, as I am typically at my temple in the volcano.
I will definitely check it out, Yana.
Yes, the Khari were the greatest empire the world has ever known at one point. They were ruthless conquerors, as was normal for their time. They ruled in the east. They were overthrown in an uprising of their slaves, the Lemurians. And so those who survived, they migrated westwards, crossing the Great Steppes, and eventually they came to the river Styx, where they found the civilization of the giant kings. And the Khari conquered the giant kings in many places, and with the aid of other peoples, and in doing so they formed what became known as Stygia. But one group of Khari went all the way to the headwaters of the Styx, and came to this place, which was not then known as the Exiled Lands. This was before the Great Curse. And here they made peace with the giant kings, set up their own kingdoms. One of the Khari kingdoms was here in Nakat. The other, the lower kingdom, is where Sepramira now stands. And you can venture into the wine cellar if you dare. That is the ruins of their city after it collapsed beneath the earth. So, an ancient and powerful people, great sorcerers, capable of terrible curses. But they are gone now. There was a time for everyone. There was a time for the giant kings, the Khari, the Lemurians. Now it is a time for the people who are sent here, the people who have lost everything, the survivors. Indeed, there was a long and tragic history that led to the Khari returning and to them attacking here. But if you do not know this history, well, perhaps it is best you simply learn in time by talking to those who were there. Temujin, I believe. Why don't we head there? Yes, they were allowed to take a break from their labors for the time of the ceremony, but I believe they can be now put back to work. Yes, and you can use the materials on the benches. We ask that you simply not be greedy and only use what you need for your basics, since this is here for everyone.
Prophetess.
Yes, our priest.
I enjoyed the celebration. It was a very well put together memorial service for those fallen, and appreciate the invite and allowing me inside the walls of Niket as the Grand Vizier allowed. But I must take my leave and find where Seath went off to hot-headed.
Ah, I understand. Yes, I wish you luck. I know nothing of this strange man and his incident. But we did what we must today. We commemorated what has happened.
It was a good ceremony. We should be proud of those that honored us here.
You will always remember.
Farewell, Yana.